Welcome back to First Take. Huge gains for two MVP candidates in the NBA last night. And look at the Hawks and doing what they're doing. 13 straight home wins for the Atlanta Hawks after taking down the Jason Tatum-less Celtics last night. Their second meeting in 4 days, but this time with a different result. Despite the loss, the Celtics remain the 2 seed in the Eastern Conference and are 4 games behind the Pistons for the top seed. Meanwhile, the Hot Hawks, 16-2 since February 22nd, the best record in the East during that span. They've played their way out of the play-in, currently 1.5 games ahead of the 76ers for the 6th seed. And so what's been the more surprising feat so far in this NBA season? Is it the Celtics holding that 2 seed in the East or the unexpected turnaround for the Atlanta Hawks this season? What do you think, Stephen A?
I'm going to go with the Hawks with this. I've always been a believer in Jaylen Brown. I believe that he was going to ascend and show the world that he can handle being number 1 while Jason Tatum was out. I didn't expect the number 2 seed, I'll give you that. But I expected the Boston Celtics to be decent because Derek White can play, because Peyton Pritchard can play, because Joe Mazzulla and his coaching staff can coach their butts off. So I expected something. I didn't expect this. Who the hell was thinking about the Atlanta Hawks? Let's call it what it is. For the most part, when you think about the history of the Atlanta Hawks, the only reason you thought about them most of the time once Dominique Wilkins retired was because you looked at them and said, okay, who the hell are they playing? And you went there to watch the visitors play, okay? And, of course, you love being in the ATL because you're looking for any excuse to be there. They know what I'm talking about. It's a lovely city. I'll leave it at that. Just a lovely city. Having said all of that, look at these brothers right here. 16-2, Eastern Conference best. The 3rd best record in the entire NBA since the All-Star break. Jalen Johnson, Big Perk, is averaging 23, 10, and 8. That's what he's averaging, all career highs. And the only other player in the NBA this season putting up those numbers is Jokic. That is it. Nickeil Alexander-Walker coming over from Minnesota, shooting 45% from three-point range. They're better without Trae Young. No shade on Trae Young, but they're just better without him. They've leaned on Jalen Johnson. He's the new star of the team. And look at this turnaround, because you like these numbers, Perk. 11.8 points per 100 possessions better since the All-Star break than they were before the break. The biggest post-break improvement for any NBA team in the last 27 years. That's what we're talking about with the Atlanta Hawks. And the last point I'll make is this. I ain't going to bet against my Knicks. But I'll tell you this, right here on national television, I've never rooted for the Toronto Raptors harder in my life because I'd rather the Knicks face Toronto than face the Atlanta Hawks in the first round. That's right, I'm saying it.
Well, number one, let me refresh your memory a little bit, right? You remember the Hawks even after Dominique retired because Trae Young actually put y'all out of the playoffs about 3 years ago.
I remember.
You remember
that. Took us out. Took us out and took them to the conference finals. I remember that. I remember that. You ain't had to bring that up.
Okay, so I wanted to refresh your memory. I wanted to refresh your memory. But let me say this. I got to give a lot of credit to Quinn Snyder and the Atlanta Hawks. Jalen Johnson is a rising young superstar. He will be an all-NBA player. He will make an all-NBA team this year. I believe Nickeil Alexander-Walker is up for most improved. But CJ McCollum is a stud. But man, it's nothing more surprising than the Boston Celtics. Yes, I thought that they were going to be in the thick of things, meaning play in or the 6th seed of the Eastern Conference. Forget being at the number 2 spot. Right now, they're the favorites to come out of the Eastern Conference. Peyton Pritchard has risen his level of play to the point where he's in the conversation for most improved. Jaylen Brown is looking like, and arguably, one of the best, if not the best, two-way players in the game. And you know what's even more surprising about the Celtics? Is Jason Tatum, right? The return from the Achilles injury, right? And then playing at the level that he's playing at. He just had 32 the other night. And when you look at the makeup of this team, Joe Mazzulla up for Coach of the Year. Nobody had this team doing anything this season. And the fact that they're the favorites at this point of the season, with only less than 7 or 6 games left, man, they're the biggest surprise to me.
There's a way to agree with both of you here. However, the Hawks did beat the Celtics yesterday, and they had just seen them 2 days prior. I know
come on, Shay.
I know Jason Tatum play. I'm just pointing it out here. And the Hawks led by 21 in the fourth. Like, that's not something we're accustomed to see Celtics let.
It's a good 6-game absence. He did it, though, in an unusual spot. He came off the bench. Edwards was slated to start. He arrived late to the court, checked in like after 2 minutes into the game, scored 17 points in the win. I want you to listen to head coach Chris Finch and Ant-Man on what went down at the beginning of the game.
What happened at the start of the game was
I mean, nature calls, so, yeah.
That's it.
Mike had my back up.
What happened to you for the first man out? Okay.
I was taking
Grow up, BC. Why are you laughing so hard?
He's basically saying I had the bubble guts.
Yeah, it be like that sometimes.
Yeah. Have you ever had that in the game? You missed it.
Not in the game, but you know.
Yeah.
Things happen.
He's not going to tell you about it.
Right, like, jeez. All of my business. I'm a lady.
Let me ask you this. Can the Wolves challenge, you think? Because they kept this team together.
Man, I love this team.
They kept them together for this reason. Like, okay, we're not going to bust them up after last year to see if they can make a run. We've talked a lot about San Antonio, Lakers, everybody, OKC.
I need my figurative glasses.
What about the Wolves?
I think they have the ability to cause problems on both sides of the floor. I'm a big Jaden McDaniels fan. I know he's dealing with some health stuff. I'm a big Anthony Edwards fan. They have size. They've got experience that I don't think they get credit for. That 4-5, that's, whoo. I think you got to watch out for those guys. I really do. Now, what we saw last year, though, it was imperative that they got big-time momentum going into the postseason. That momentum has had its starts and stops here as of late, but there's 7 games to go. Like, what can happen?
What do you think, Wendy?
They're the only team in the league that's beaten both the Spurs and the Thunder twice this year. So they're going to have confidence there. While they haven't played great all season, they are top 7 in defense the last 10 games. That is trending in the right direction for them. But Monica mentioned something that could be a huge factor here. Yesterday, they ruled Jalen McDaniels basically out for the rest of the season, regular season, with this knee, bone bruise in his knee. He is a vital perimeter defender for them. So he's week to week. There's only 2 weeks left in the regular season. You would need him to be pretty close to strong, to full strength, I think. So that's a big factor when you look at the Wolves' chances.
Okay, I want you guys to take a look at our ESPN NBA doubleheader. Comes your way on Wednesday. We've got Jason Tatum. We've got the Heat. It's at 7:30 Eastern. Then you've got Wemby. Those red-hot Spurs. They've won like 9 straight.